I'm Vanessa.
And we are Orderly. So today we want to talk about invisible clutter, like bring more awareness to it and maybe share a few tips about how we can manage or declutter this invisible clutter. So maybe for a start, let's talk about digital clutter first, right? Like I think digital clutter is something that a lot of us don't realize exists. The biggest culprits like in our phones, right?
Email.
No, I think photos.
Photos ah?
Photos are the worst.
Oh.
Yeah. You mean you don't have a lot of photos?
I have a lot, but then I don't have a lot of nonsensical ones.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Like you make sure you delete them immediately?
But I have Google Photos, so everything that needs to be backed up gets backed up immediately. And then all those nonsense screenshots, I just delete straight away after using them.
And once they're backed up to Google Photos, then you delete off your phone?
Not automatically, because the Google will help you to do it.
Oh.
So when you back it up, then they'll say, oh, do you want to clear the space on your phone? Then you just click it, then you'll just delete.
Means that copy is only on Google already.
Yes.
It's not on your phone anymore.
It's not my phone, yeah.
That's useful. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it frees up the task entirely to Google.
Yeah, I think photos are like, so far, based on people I've chat with, they always struggle with that because people just always take photo of their food and everything.
Yeah,
you don't. You're not a
I keep all the people photos only.
Okay.
And then some animals. And there's some documents also. Like, sometimes Zupas must keep the past picture.
And then you save it in favorites.
Yes. So that I can just pull it up and scan.
Right. Yeah, I try to be more mindful of like what I take. If I take, I need to remind someone, this is here, then I take a photo, I send a person, I immediately delete.
Me too.
Yeah, it's quite fast, and once you get into the habit of it, it's easy.
The new iOS is very good. After you take a screenshot, it doesn't automate, so you can just send it and you can just
exit. Yeah, I like that. I think it helps a lot.
Yeah.
But for us also, like, because when we work with clients, we have to take photos of the project and then we have to upload. That takes effort, but it's something that we have to do. So I'll be honest, for the last 2-3 weeks I haven't had time to declutter my phone, but I'm gonna do it sometime this week or next week, because I cannot stand it when I run out of space on my phone. It makes me feel very frustrated, and so I make sure to do it on a regular basis. But like then emails, like you feel like you do struggle with that, or you
I try to delete, but I recently found emails from like ages ago. Yeah.
Like how long ago?
Like 10 years ago.
Whoa. Do you delete them?
I just deleted them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think same thing is like when emails come in, whether or not we take the effort to delete, right? Because a lot are promotional emails or like regular email newsletters from the brand that you subscribe to.
Correct.
Yeah. And it's really that conscious effort to delete. Or I guess if you can just sit down and go through your emails for like an hour and then unsubscribe.
Yeah, unsubscribing is a big thing. I hate it when I unsubscribe. Then they say error. What's there to error about? Unsubscribe. Right, like what's so hard?
Yeah. And I have had a few times, right, whereby I unsubscribe.
Yeah,
and then they still still keep
It's
sending
a lie.
It's a lie.
I hate it.
I know.
I hate it also when I get like random emails from things that I didn't even subscribe to.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know where they got my... someone must have sold the information to like somebody.
That's true.
Yeah, nowadays there are more of these things.
Yeah.
And the scammy emails and all that, right? So many.
But I feel like also maybe something useful that can help with managing your email, like digital clutter, is like assigning a day to, like a fixed day of the week, to delete stuff. But prior to me doing that, I actually assign like half a day or one full day to do a good declutter of all the emails. Like I remember my email was it at 6K or 10K emails?
But all red lah.
All red. Yeah. And then I sat down, I deleted until it was like 200 or 300 left.
People with like 10K unread. No, terrible.
Must be promotional ones lah.
Yeah, but so I think the number one thing to do is just when you receive it, just delete it straight away without even reading if you really don't care for it. Yeah, or like just unsubscribe.
So that's even better. Yeah, you will never. I mean, hopefully you won't receive it ever again. Yeah. But then like when I did the big declutter, then I created folders
to this automation thing, right?
I didn't set up automation. I'm not so pro at that yet, but I'm very micro in my sorting. So it's like I will sort out the the categories, and then when I see that my email is too full, then I will start dragging them. For the emails that I want to keep, I will start dragging them to the respective folders, and I like to see that my inbox is clean. And I learned this from my husband because he's digitally very minimal. When I knew him, when we started dating, he showed me his laptop. His, you know, the bin, bin folder is empty. No, downloads folder is empty. You know, most people downloads folder is like crazy one. Download this, download that. I'm like, empty? He said, yeah, I'll clear it every day. Wow. And then I saw his email. His emails folders are like, whoa, even more micro than mine. I'm like, whoa, I married the right man.
I panic attack now when I see people's desktop, right? All the shortcuts. So I used to in uni also. So I don't like seeing a lot of things, right? Very minimal. So I will have this wallpaper, and then this wallpaper is like like I made it myself.
Okay.
So it will have like photos, then it will have one square. So that one square is where I can fit all the shortcuts. So I only have this amount of shortcuts I can fit inside.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's only like my computer, trash bin, and then documents. Yeah, and then last time I got Spotify, you know, on the computer. Yeah. So I have to fit everything in that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very clear about that, huh? Like you really set very clear boundaries.
I've also seen people who like have this their desktop wallpaper is like a shelf.
Cute.
Yeah, they're cute. Then they can only put like the number of shortcuts that they can put on the shelf.
Like as if like you're displaying stuff
Yeah.
on an actual shelf. That's so cute.
Yeah,
That's so cute.
So a way to cut down on like the visual clutter on your desktop.
Correct. So I think, I mean, if it's actually the same as physical clutter, right? You just need time to declutter, do a good one, and then after that, ideally create a system, like be it folders or like what you did, you create boundaries for the digital information, and then you just upkeep that by assigning a day of the week. Or like a hack that I saw for photos also is like today is 27 Jan, so I'll delete photos of 27 Jan 2025. So the same date,
1 year.
Or even like
ago.
Years ago, but I'm just deleting photos from 27 Jan of the previous years, and I do that every single day. But that one requires a lot of consistency lah, which I feel to me is harder, but sometimes it might be easier for someone who might just want a little micro decluttering of their phones.
I think it's the same thing as what we talked about in the procrastination episode. Like if it takes you 2 minutes or less, just do it quickly.
And like on most of us are on our phones when we're on public transport or when we're commuting, right? So I feel like that's always a good time to just do a quick declutter of anything. Your photos, even WhatsApp chats,
also. WhatsApp chats,
group chats,
so many
like from years ago, or like contacts, like my contact list, like exploding. How many Jonathan Tans, Jeremy Tan,
Jonathan,
and
Cheryl,
and Michelle.
So
a lot, like, you know, I mean, no judgment lah.
You are still friends with you guys. It's not that we just deleted the ones that we're not friends with anymore. But the Michelles and the Jonathans and the Jennies and the Cheryls, we're still friends with you. Okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Jun.
Oh my god, yeah, I think so. My ex.
I didn't know that.
Okay, next, moving on.
I think even on my phone also, have you seen the apps? Do you organize the apps on your... How do you organize the apps on your
I saw. You organize by colour, right?
By colour, because I learned it from the home edit actually.
It's very nice.
It's much easier than categories because you will have never ending categories. But you will only have this set amount of colours. So then everything just stays on the home page. So you only have one page of apps to look at.
So for me, I realized I use quite a lot of apps. So on my home page is full. These are the ones that I use like very often every day. Transport, email, kids school and everything. On the second page, the top half is a bit more like for business, like for orderly stuff, and then the bottom half are like more like photo editing stuff or like content creation stuff. So I'm more functional for my apps, and then the rest I put it hidden. Then you if I need that,
just search lah.
Yeah,
easier.
Correct. So don't know right or wrong lah. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
The next thing is the mental load.
So next
like scheduling, which is what people don't really see. So I think especially for like stay-at-home moms or dads who have to manage the household on top of like
not just stay-home moms. I think
working
default
moms
parent.
Also, the default
parent. Usually there's a lot to plan
and manage,
to foresee, to predict.
Scheduling.
How do you handle that?
I have a calendar, but Oh, recently, I recommended the Skylight calendar to a client. Yeah, and it's quite amazing, the Skylight calendar. So you've done research before?
Yes, I bought a similar one.
Oh yeah.
But it's a different brand. The UI UX is not great, but it still serves similar function. I like that a lot also because it's a digital calendar and it shows the meals that I've planned. Because I just set up like 3 menus and then they'll just repeat. So my helper knows what groceries to get, what to prepare. She doesn't have to ask me every day anymore. And then also you can sync your Google Calendar so everyone knows what's happening. Then there's also like a task list that I can write on there for the kids, like when they come home, like unpack their bag, pack their bag, brush their teeth, whatever.
And they can go and tick,
and they get rewards, like get stars, and then say if you can assign 100 stars, you can get this reward, that kind of thing. So it kind of encourages them to, build this habit, be more consistent with doing their chores that they're supposed to do. So digital calendar does help with the easing the mental load.
Yes, and of the like assigning the tasks and like making sure everyone does what they need to do. Yeah.
This is something that I'm hoping to share more on my own page also, which is like little tips like that to ease the mental load.
I think delegation helps a lot. When everyone can do what they need to do on their own, I think that eases one part of the mental load. Because then you don't need to remind anyone to do anything anymore. Just say, look at the calendar.
Yeah, exactly. And like when we do that, we're actually building a system, right?
Yeah.
That
exactly.
You're delegating to someone, you're assigning a time to the task, you're scoping the task, you're telling them what the task should be. All these actually the whole point of why so many of us struggle with so much mental load and clutter is because we don't externalize it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all inside. It's just lingering somewhere, But because it's invisible, we don't see it. We don't see the need to make it visible as well. But the hack is actually to just make it visible. You write it down, you draw a table, you do a to-do list, you put it in a digital calendar, whatever works best for you.
Also can.
For me, I always encourage digital because when it's a household, especially when most of us are moms, we are always coordinating with your spouse.
Yeah. So when everyone has access to the same calendar, it's much easier.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm very passionate about that. I always like my calendar is very intense.
But some people still very old school. They still prefer like the pencil on paper.
Correct. No right or wrong.
Just
if
whatever
it works for you, it's okay. But
Yeah.
I find that it tends to be a bit more tedious, or it's a lot easier to forget something, or like you to update the physical
I think
calendar.
updating is the hardest part. Or like, because you need to physically be there.
Exactly. Or like if you left your planner at office, then then how then you forget what you need to do.
Correct.
So everything, and most of us have phones anyway. So it's a lot easier to translate, to convert to like a digital calendar. Do you have a shared calendar with your husband?
No, we did not.
Oh.
Yeah, I have my own. So he will ask me. So I'm the PA lah. He'll tell me what do we have on this day. Then I have to tell him, we have this, we have this, we have this.
I see.
Yeah.
I assume that most couples have joint
accounts,
like joint accounts.
Yeah. Oh.
Like bank account.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he doesn't look at the calendar anyway. He only looks at the work one.
His work calendar.
Yeah. So I think if we add in the personal stuff, it gets a bit overwhelming for him because his work calendar is quite crazy. So I think he doesn't want to add that in.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe because my mind is very micro and I'm very segmented, right? So I have a personal calendar. I have a joint calendar. This is husband and I only. So it only has I just put tasks that involve him, like play dates. FYI, there's a play date. FYI, we need to go to our parents' house on this day. FYI, like even when he's traveling for work, he will put it in there so that because it affects me. Anything that affects each other, we put it in the joint calendar. I have a calendar for my mum because my mum helps me with caregiving of my children. She will let me know her schedule. Anything that I need her help, I also put in her calendar. I have a calendar for my helper. Over there, I mainly just put chores, like which day do what chores, because certain chores are to be repeated weekly, certain is monthly, certain is 3 monthly. So once I set it up, I just set it on repeat and it's done.
Correct. Then don't think about it anymore.
Correct. I even have calendars for my kids now. One for 姐姐, one for 弟弟. Yeah, and because I know when they grow older, they will have more activities like CCAs, right? Classes and whatnot. And then actually something useful I realized that we can use with the calendars is to, when they're younger, they always fall sick, right? So I use the calendar to track how often they fall sick.
Oh.
Yeah, so there was a period like my daughter kept having flu, you know. So then I would like put it in a calendar, flu, and then I would write down the symptoms under the calendar notes, and then over 3 months I will add a glass. Past 6 months she fell sick 5 times, example. So then it gives me an idea, you know. Oh, I should do something about it, or this is useful information for the doctor. Yeah, so I do that. Yeah. What other calendars do I have? Yeah, I have a planning calendar. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I very intense.
Wow.
Yeah, very intense.
Yeah, her calendar very colourful.
Yeah, but I don't always show everything.
Oh, okay.
It's just for my planning. Okay. Yeah, but I'll share more on my page for this one because it's a bit much. Yeah, it's a bit intense, and I don't recommend this for everyone.
Yeah, it's very intense. I think for people who cannot deal with like visually looking at a lot of things, it can be very overwhelming.
Correct, correct, I understand. But yeah, I guess the whole point about mental clutter is really we just need to externalize it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and delegate.
Yes.
And create a system around it. Yeah.
If you have grievances, just say also okay.
Yeah. I mean, this brings us to our next point, which is emotional clutter.
Yes.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes the mental clutter leads to the emotional clutter.
Yeah.
Right.
The resentment, right?
Yeah.
Why nobody helping me?
Yeah. Why you never see this event in the calendar? I told you already.
Yeah.
Then why you never pay attention? Then you forget. You're supposed to do this on the weekend. Like, I think emotional clutter was something that also I didn't know exists. Yeah. That but it's something that, you know, after I dug more into, I read out a bit more, I realized it's actually pretty big, you know. It can be pretty big. It may be it can affect you in many, many ways. Yeah. Like, was there anything, I don't know, is there anything that happened to you in the past few years that's around this emotional clutter, you feel?
I think have. So there was a period of time where I was like going through something like I was in it. I was really in it. Yeah. Then there were like very dark thoughts during that time. And it was like a combination of a lot of things. It was like resentment with certain decisions that like I felt were beyond my control. And then there was also feeling very small in like my work. And then there was also feeling like that so many things were beyond my control. And then there were many things that I couldn't express and I couldn't voice. I think then it festered. And then I just like completely shut out like everyone and everything. Yeah. So I mean, those who knew me in the past, in secondary school, even in uni also, JC, I was always an extrovert. But then after that, I just became super introverted, and then I just didn't want to talk to anybody. Most of the time, I don't hang out with anybody. There were a lot of like crying. There was a lot of crying. So much crying. A lot of listening to Taylor Swift and crying as usual. But that happens now too. So it's not a Taylor Swift thing. It's a me thing. But yeah, so it was like a very dark time in my life. But it was because I wasn't saying these things out loud to anyone. I wasn't talking about them. I wasn't voicing my concerns. I wasn't like discussing these things with other people. Yeah, so I think that was the main.
And how did that change?
I think one was I think gossiping helps a lot actually. Yeah, honestly.
Having someone to yap to.
Yes, correct. It really helps.
Your husband, is it?
Yeah lah. I started to yap a lot more to him, and then to you, and then to my best friend. I think when you are like raising small kids, it's just very hard to go beyond that world. So once they get a bit older, it's easier for you to like start hanging out with people again and talking to people again. I think I felt very alienated from a lot of my friends at the time also because I had kids earlier than a lot of my friends, my peers. So yeah, I didn't feel like they wanted to hang out with me, or like they didn't even invite me also. But after that, some people started having kids, and then like when our kids could play together, then I think that was like more helpful.
Right.
Yeah. Then during these gatherings, then you can talk, right? Then you can air out like how you've been feeling about different things, and I think that helps a lot. Yeah.
Right. So really, it's about expressing it out.
Yeah. Check on your friends who have young kids, guys. Check on them, please.
Yeah. But I realized also, sometimes, although we check in,
Yeah.
they might still not feel
correct.
like they want to
Yeah.
say. Then we also don't want to impose and like suddenly put at their
Correct.
house. You know,
Yeah,
Chinese
no
very
lah. But don't give
paiseh,
up lah,
right?
you know,
Yeah,
like
don't give up. Yeah.
some people like they ask a few times, then this person keeps saying no, then they're like, yeah, never mind, don't ask them anymore lah, to come out.
Then
But
how? So
keep
you
trying
think
lor.
keep trying ah?
Keep trying, yeah. Just have a thicker skin. Yeah.
Mm.
Unless they really say, don't ask me anymore, then you don't ask lah. But sometimes they really cannot make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nap times are a B word to coordinate. Yeah, nap times are terrible.
Yeah, but now kids are old.
Yeah,
Your kids are
much
older.
older. Yeah,
Much
better,
easier.
right? Much easier.
Yeah. It's really just about, it's the same thing as mental clutter. Just making it, just
exactly.
externalizing it, just saying it out, right?
Don't keep it in.
Yeah, don't keep it in. There's always,
Let it out.
yeah, there's
Let
gonna
it
be
go.
someone who will be there for you,
Yeah.
who will listen to you. And of course, I think it's actually very important to find the right person to talk to as well. Because I also ever shared something very personal with a friend. And then I didn't really like the way she handled the conversation. Because it became she was giving me advice.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't need advice.
Yeah, actually the we don't have to give advice.
Don't like, then why you never do this? Then how? Then after that,
But listening is a skill.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
Listening is a skill.
Yeah,
it was a module I took in uni.
Oh wow.
Really?
Because your
healthcare.
healthcare needs.
So very different. And I realized, listening is a skill. I never knew. I thought just listen lah. But you know, when you what words to say, how you hold space for the person. Hold space.
You must hold your finger.
Yeah, it's very. It is not easy. We are always very tempted to like
jump
advice.
into it, right?
Yeah. But something I learned is if your friend is sharing something difficult with you, you can ask, would you like to be held? Would you like to be heard? Or would you like to be hugged?
Isn't held and hug the same though?
Helped. Sorry, helped, heard, or hugged.
Yes,
that's right.
Okay, yeah,
you are right. Yeah. So I think that at least, you know, like you're asking for permission. How can I help you? You know, I think that's gonna be very important. And maybe to just wrap this episode up, something I watched from a recent Instagram reel was that the opposite of depression is expression. So yes, don't forget to express your thoughts and feelings to your loved ones, your bestest friends, and get rid of all that
therapy.
Yeah, or therapy. Exactly. No shame. It's actually gonna be very good for your emotional and mental health, right? So that's all for today for Invisible Clutter. Then we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.